I'm Megan. Welcome back to my channel, This Domesticated Diva. I am passionate about finding a way for us moms to thrive, not just survive at mom life. And I do that by seeking out adventure and beauty in the mundane. And if that sounds like you, then you are in the right place. Right now, my family is on our biggest adventure yet. We are traveling cross country to become East Coasters. Right now, we are in California and we are moving to Florida. You can hear all about that in our previous videos. But today, what I'm so excited that I'm sharing with you is basically 4 years of hard work finally coming to fruition. So grab a cup of coffee or tea or wine or whatever your drink of choice is and tag along. If you're wondering where I am, welcome to my new bedroom. I don't have a visual backdrop or a place to film videos for right now, so I'm doing it on the floor of my room, but that's okay. Diving right into things, those last couple weeks before I move were chaotic. Like, we had so much jam-packed into our schedule that the only way we survived is putting one foot in front of the other. It was pretty crazy. The very first thing that was on our schedule was checking out of clinic. So for those of you who don't know, my husband was in school to be a chiropractor at Life West, and in order to check out of clinic where you're seeing patients and everything, you have to meet all these requirements. And so even though he had had them met for a while, he decided to wait so that he could check out with 2 other members of his pod who were also parents, and all 3 of them had a baby during school, which kind of gave them a little bit of that connection. And so it was really special that all 3 of them got to check out at the same time. So check out this awesome moment. Yeah! The next thing on the schedule is getting Makeda's hair braided. This was super important to me because, for those of you who don't know, hair day is always a battle in our home. Usually ends up with both of us in tears, and with everything else that was going on in our life, it just seemed like something, like a battle that wasn't worth fighting. So we went back to Vision Salon in Hayward where Miss Candy did it, and it turned out fabulous, as always. Well, now that it's down to the week of our move, packing became our full-time job. I mean, that was every spare second we were sitting there packing boxes and putting things away. I mean, we had to take everything down on the walls. It was time to live out of suitcases. Well, once our parents flew into town, that's when like this really started to feel real. Like we were actually moving. So we spent most of the day packing. They kind of came over and just got to town, like went to town with us as far as like shoving things in boxes. But it was like the perfect timing for them arriving because Nat had a graduation dinner at school and family was totally welcome to come. So we all got to go, and we weren't really sure exactly what to expect about this night. I mean, we knew that they would probably bring up, you know, the fact that he made honor roll and just kind of like what he accomplished throughout school, and it was just gonna be like a celebration. But we were totally surprised that he got an award. It was amazing. And the funny thing is, they started talking and like getting ready to present this award, and something just told me to get up and press record. So I did, and I caught it on video in his face. It's just priceless. I'm so proud of him.
Take a hold it down.
Dr. Mary Lucas Flannery to present the Champions Awards.
What'd you say?
Proud what? Proud that he's my dad.
Me too. Now comes the part that we have been working 4 years for. Becoming a doctor. So graduation was like a huge deal. We were excited all day for it. And the day went nothing like planned. It was so chaotic and crazy. We ended up kind of like running late. And, but the point is, it's not about like how the day went. The point was watching my husband walk across that stage to get his diploma. Still brings me to tears. It was amazing. I am so, so proud of him. He did it. So Kellen was kind of a hot mess during that graduation. Grandma ended up taking him out into the hallway during most of the ceremony, which worked out for the best. But he did come back in for the moment that Nat walked across the stage, and he was in charge of honking those horns in the back. And it was a really sweet moment. But it turned out that all the fussiness was because he was hangry. Hangry. Thankfully, Daddy to the rescue. He found there was someone having a meeting in student lounge who there was some leftover pizza. So he grabbed a piece of pizza and fed the hangry child, and all was well. So then after that, we went out for dinner to celebrate at Eddie Papa's, which my husband picked out. I asked him where he wanted to go out to celebrate, and he chose this restaurant because his reason was that was our first restaurant we went out to as a family when we moved to Dublin, and so he just kind of wanted to end it on that same sweet note. And funny enough, we ordered the exact same meal that we did our first time there. It was awesome. And the owner of the restaurant, he is just amazing and so sweet and generous, and he was serving our table and he was celebrating right along with us. It was such a fun night. And Grandma had a little surprise for the kids, and they had no idea this was coming, even though I did and my husband did. They were so excited.
What do you got, Bubba? Got some food for the road? Yeah, is it good?
Is it nummy? Is it nummy?
Follow bro. Now you're starving, okay? You want me to pick him up? Oh.
Katie, sit up.
Okay, where's my card for Nat? Did I drop it? First of all, for the grad.
Congratulations.
Pretty embarrassing when the mother-in-law has a card for the grab and the mother doesn't.
For the mother.
Oh my gosh, what does it say?
Mama ain't easy.
Mama ain't easy.
Isn't that the truth?
So this is for you guys, for your trip.
Can we open it now?
Peter,
Oh, thank you. Oh, I thought it was.
Can we open it now?
Yes.
open it.
From Grandpa.
You right here where the tape is. Pull it open.
So I think it's on the
It's
side.
right where the tape is.
You gotta take the tape off with it, like with a knife. Here, let's take a knife.
Goodness sake, this is like industrial grade tape
Here,
here.
you want to use a knife?
It's right here. Just peel it. There you go. Open it up. Turn it over. Don't drop it. Open. Buddy, come on. Pull. I was gonna say, if you can't open it, you don't get it.
What is that?
It's for your car trip.
Tablet, man.
A tablet? You each got one. Kellen too. Kellen, you get one too.
One, two. Let's see Kellen's.
Oh, what's on the shirt? Oh, dang.
That one's yours.
For you. You guys, so this way you can listen to your music and read your
some
books
water.
and
That's
watch
special
cartoons.
charger.
And Mommy and Daddy may have some cases for him at home.
Maybe some custom cases.
Blue. Did you give me blue?
Maybe that's why Mom and Dad were asking you about Peter.
Maybe we were trying to figure out which ones you guys wanted.
What'd you think? Think that will be helpful on the trip?
What do you guys say?
I can read audiobooks in his. Read's a fun
You can do it. That's right. What do you say to Grandma?
Thank
What do
you
you
so much.
say?
Okay, you better go thank Grandpa too. How about a hug for Grandpa, okay? 'Cause he
Close
can't
the box
walk very
correctly,
well.
okay? So it doesn't fall.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
All right, so graduation was Friday. We got to bed super late, and Saturday we spent most of the day packing. Grandma and Grandpa came over, all the grandparents came over, and just, I mean, this was the point that everything had to be packed, like every last little nook and cranny, peekaboo. So that's what we did most of the day, and then we had Makeda's dance recital that night, so we all had to kind of go, everyone had to go back to their hotel rooms. We had to go and get ready so that we could get there on time. Had to get Makeda ready, and she did absolutely amazing. She performed her little heart out, and what really bummed me out though is she had a migraine that day. She just wasn't feeling good all morning. Even the night before at graduation, she was off, and it just kept getting worse and worse. She was in bed all day, sleeping. She would fall asleep, she'd get up, maybe try to eat something, go back to sleep, and it was just kind of that same story all day. I was really worried about her, but we got her some ginger ale, she had some bread, and she, at least like by the time I checked in on her intermission at the dance recital, she was good to go. She was running around with her friends. So I was such an answer to prayer. I was so thankful that she was feeling better for her dance recital. But yeah, but like a bad mom, hey, be nice. Like a bad mom, I have 0 pictures or video. I was so bummed. I mean, it was a little bit of a chaotic week. I'm trying to give myself grace, but I'm very disappointed that I didn't do anything for it. Thankfully, I did order the DVD through the dance studio, so I will get some coming in the mail. At least, you know, for memory's sake that we can look back on, but I don't have anything to show you guys. So by the time Sunday rolled around, most of our fridge was emptied out. And even if it wasn't completely emptied out, all our dishes, our pots, our pans, our cooking utensils, everything was packed away. We were living off of paper plates. So what to do for breakfast? Thankfully, my parents thought ahead. They got special permission from the hotel they were staying at to invite our family for breakfast Sunday morning. So thank you so much, Hyatt Place, for your generosity. I don't know what we would have done Sunday without you. But funny story, we were walking into like the dining hall. I was walking ahead of my husband, and he was carrying Kellen, and the part of the staff there, they wished him a happy Father's Day, and I was like, I totally forgot with all that that was going on. It just completely slipped my mind. So I turned around and we had a good laugh about it, and I wished him happy Father's Day. And then I was like, oh my gosh, my dad is not gonna let me live this down. So I ran over to wish my dad happy Father's Day, and thankfully he just laughed it off with me as well. But my kids were making fun of me for forgetting. I thought that was pretty funny.
What are you doing? What are you guys doing? What are you doing?
You do it.
Yeah, you boy.
You do some. You do it. You do it. You do it.
The best part about having to go out for breakfast ahead of church meant that I couldn't possibly be late for church. And if you know me, that never happens. I am just one of those chronically tardy people. One of the things I really don't like about myself, but can't do a whole lot to change either. But after church, we did a barbecue at the pool, which my mom and my mother-in-law 100% planned, prepared. It was so wonderful, and I just got to sit out at the pool enjoying some time with my baby and just really relaxing. So hopefully all the dads had as wonderful as a time as I did. Thank you so much for celebrating 4 years of hard work with us. It is still so surreal that we are at this moment. My husband is a doctor. Mind blown. Anyway, let us know what your favorite part of the video was, and if you have any follow-up questions, you can just leave a comment and let us know. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe if you want to follow along on our journey. Next up is move out day, and you aren't going to want to miss it.